you got to hustle around the building, and you need directions inside. So anyway, we're here, a big Catholic Conference matchup. Xaverian, with a loss the other night to CM, now stands at 8-2. They will be the home team in white, skating from our left to our right in the first period, and Malden Catholic, of course, 7-0-0.
Not only is Malden Catholic 7-0-0, they've given up a grand total of 7 goals in those 7 games, 1 goal a game. If that isn't an example of rather superior defense being played, I don't know what is. Obviously, a bit of a change from the offensive juggernaut they've been over the last few years, but they've proven themselves this year to be just as adept on the defensive end as they've shown them on the offensive end over the last 3-4 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, they still get their goals when they need them. They had an interesting game the other night with St. John's Prep. Probably not their best effort, but they battled through and were able to win it 4-2. And that was goaltender Alex Reeses. And tonight we'll probably see Kyle Casey keeping their rotation up. They're introducing Malden Catholic now, and the defense pairing will be, as I say, most times the familiar veteran pair of Harrington 55 and McLean 20. And up front they'll start with their first line, Cam Walter on the left wing, Matt Philippe in the middle, and Austin Goldstein on right wing. And Kyle Casey will get the start tonight, so rotation stays intact.
Not that it's really made much of a difference one way or the other which one of them's played. They've both been great.
And for Xaverian, one of the tri-captains, Ryan Walsh, will get the start along with Matt McGlynn, the junior number 11. They've been paired together for a long time. Up front, Jake Farrell, the big tri-captain, will skate left wing. John Beniers, a guy that can put the puck away. Number 19, a junior in the middle. And then Tim Sweeney, of course, another captain. And Aiden Murphy anchors everything for the Hawks. He's been a big reason why they are 8-2.
Definitely one of the premier tenders in the state.
Now.
And so, Paul, this is the second meeting in the year already between these teams. Malden Catholic taking a 4-0 victory on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, the Catholic Conference, of course, only 5 teams, so you've got 2 games, home and home, with each of the other 4 foes. And up until earlier in the week, MC was 3-0 and had not allowed a goal to anyone in the league. St. John's Prep able to put 2 in, but that didn't stop the MC juggernaut, and Xaverian hopes to do so tonight. Xaverian with a big win last week over BC High, which surprised some people, 2-0. Of course, Aiden Murphy, we're going to be talking about him a lot, and a big reason why they were able to knock off BC High and climb to that 8-1 record. A little bit whittled down after losing to CM 4-2, but the league is so tight. St. John's Prep has been playing well until today. They had to go over to BC High, and BC High picked today to turn things around after a good win the other night, 5-3, I think, over Arlington Catholic. Yeah. They really laid into the Prep today, 6-0, and I got a chance to see some of that, and really, Prep's going to go back to the drawing board because that wasn't even that close. So here we go. Malden Catholic, Philippe and Beniers on the draw. Beniers able to win it and lays it back to McGlynn. McGlynn will play catch with Walsh's partner, back to McGlynn as Philippe is the lone forechecker. Now they try it up the wing. It's intercepted and offsides as Philippe thought he was back over the line, but the whistle goes, and the official right there explaining a rule to Matt Philippe. But what a great anticipation over there by Walter to get it to Goldstein. They almost had a 2-on-0 breakaway just 14 seconds in.
Well, whether the offsides call was accurate or not, I'm sure Xaverian's happy to take it either way.
Absolutely, at this point.
That would not have been the way they wanted to start this game, or any game for that matter.
Quickly, Philippe in, a wrister and a goal! So Matt Philippe, right out of the gate, 20 seconds in, lights the lamp for MC, and it's 1-0 very early.
Well, I guess that offsides was really just a stay of execution rather than anything else. Matt Philippe, the Northeastern recruit, leading scorer, 20 seconds into this game already has MC up 1 ahead. When you got playing a team like MC that gives up so few goals, you really don't want to fall behind early like this.
No, and I was just going to say, Xaverian changed the defense pairing, and that it wasn't a defense misplay or anything, but I think Henry Bruckner might have screened Murphy on that one, but the wrist of Matt Philippe, he just sent that one high, glove side, just under the crossbar. It's 1-0. Bruckner now will send it off the boards. McLean picks up an assist on that one. Philippe for McLean at 20 seconds of the first period. Botticelli now able to get it up to Adams, and they may have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Headed to the net is Brendan White. Nice play by Bruckner, and Murphy will cover up 58 seconds into the game. Murphy looks not happy right now.
Yeah, I can't really blame him. And, right away, as we said, 20 seconds in, we get the two captains, connecting together, one from the other. Far from the first time that's happened, and far from the last time that's going to happen.
Yeah, those guys are in on a lot of scoring plays together. Justin Collins now will take the draw for MC. It's controlled by Xaverian. That's Mike Hardman out here. It's Hardman with Fitzgibbons on his right, and number 3, Trevor McQuaid over on the left wing. They get it out to Fitzgibbons. Fitzgibbons can't play it, and Harrington will send it over to McLean. Back to Harrington under his stick, and he has to retreat deep as McQuaid is in there on the forecheck. And MC able to get it up to Witkowski, who sends it up the boards for Goldstein all the way across from his left wing position. Takes a little bump there from Anthony Prada. And Justin Collins will start up the left wing, gets help with a nice pick there from Corey Goldstein. It bounces off the backboards, it's loose. McLean in deep, right at the dot. Cross ice to Witkowski, a shot to goal! Wow!
Well, I know we're at even strength here, but the extended pressure Malden Catholic had there and the way they were passing it around the zone tic-tac-toe, it almost looked like they were on a power play. Witkowski, obviously another one of Malden Catholic's big guns with the goal there, breaking through. And just like that, we're 1 minute and 45 seconds into the game. MC's up 2-0, and this has to be something out of Xaverian's worst nightmare.
Yeah, that's the definition of pull the trigger there, Jake Witkowski. A beautiful setup pass. Here they come again. Philippe is in. He's in close. Saved by Murphy, and the net comes off as Ryan Walsh rode Philippe into the post, but we're not 2 minutes in, and this looks like the rink is tilted here.
Oh, absolutely. And on that play right there, Philippe just showed you his size and strength, the way he just bowled his way to the net there. Most high school-age defensemen are just really going to have a very difficult time attempting to stand up to him physically one-on-one like that.
McLean gets the assist. We'd add on one for Justin Collins as well. It was either Collins or Goldstein that got it over to McLean, but nonetheless, it's 2-0 MC before some people have had a chance to even catch their breath after the anthem. Farrell now is tumbled over there by Austin Goldstein. It goes back on the MC defense and redirected in by Walter. Walter intercepts a clearing attempt by Walsh. He's got 2 men open in front, can't get it through. And a run is made over there by, I'm not sure if that's 19 or 10. It's not Jack Cook, so it's got to be 19, Beniers. Beniers hustling, and now MC controls again deep in the Xaverian end. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence looking for Philippe down low, takes it off the backboards, tries to jam it by Murphy. Philippe still with it, has Yannikopoulos. Yannikopoulos' long shot in is directed high and up into the glass. Play continues. Now coming out of there is Beniers. Beniers over to Farrell, and they break it out. Farrell on Yannikopoulos. He'll dump it in, and a save made there by Casey. That's the closest Casey's been to the puck in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, and at least Xaverian's going to get a face-off down the offensive zone, which is going to be a nice change of pace for them, considering they've spent virtually the entirety of the first 3 minutes of this game trapped in their own end.
Yeah, interesting that MC came right back with the first line after the second line. Third line out there now. Long shot in is blocked by McLean. He gets it over to Harrington, quickly up to Botticelli. Botticelli, wing to White. They did have an earlier shift, but it was a short one. And now White going all the way in. Adams able to circle back with it off the backboards, but into the net is number 23, Prada. And whistle goes, and the faceoff will come to the left of Murphy in the Xaverian end.
Yeah, boy, Adams is a big boy. I mean, it got to be no fun trying to stand up to him one-on-one driving the net like that also. I mean, he's what, 6'5", over 200 pounds. If he wants to make it to the net, good luck being the one to try to stop him. I know I wouldn't want to be the one to try to do it.
Botticelli gets it to the backboards, and for Xaverian, they can't get it up the boards. That's, again, Prada, but now it comes over to Fitzgibbons. Fitzgibbons over the line. We'll send a second attempt in. It's wide, but Casey will steer it back to the backboards. Botticelli now up for Adams. Prada can't keep it in. A good hustle over there by number 8, Mike Hardman. He'll send it deep, and the defense pairing for Xaverian will take the opportunity to change. MC able to get it out to center, and on it there is number 3, Trevor McQuaid. He'll play it back to the defense, to Bruckner, now over to Nick Shaw. not sure Shaw played the first time against these guys. Good back check there by number 9, Andrew McInerney, who takes a hack at Brendan White. Cook now with it for Xaverian. Cook will try to go cross ice to McInerney. He'll backhands it off the boards, but Yanakopoulos hustles over and sends it in deep. Shaw has to circle back. He's got Witkowski on him. They get it to the line, but can't get it by Shula. And now finally Durkin able to get it to center, intercepted by Witkowski. Witkowski, a wrister and a goal! Wow! Jake Witkowski showing the wrist. That's going to come at 4:24. They've got 3 on the board, and Witkowski's got 2 of them.
Yeah, just about to say Witkowski's second goal of the game already. He's really looking to have an impact here here today. And really, they've scored 3 goals, and all 3 of them have been, really, really good shots. Not the type of thing you could in any way, fault Murphy for. Murphy's a great goalie.
And not surprisingly, Xaverian's going to take a timeout here and try to regroup and just say, take a deep breath, boys. We haven't even played 5 minutes, and we're down by a field goal.
I mean, but the truth is, it's not anything that Xaverian's really not doing. It's more what Malden Catholic is doing. Now, you and I, Paul, we've seen Malden Catholic, quite a bit so far this year already, and obviously they've won all their games. They've been very impressive. But this has got to be the best 5 minutes I've seen them play so far this year, and If they've played a 5-minute stretch better than this, I mean, that would have been one heck of a 5-minute stretch.
Yeah, they've got everybody working together. Their forechecking is unbelievable. They're covering up on the boards. That's how 2 of the goals came. I mean, the first one was just a great play by Philippe. He took it in and sized things up, used the screen, and let go of the wrister. The second one was a great pass from McLean over to Witkowski. And that one was just, good hustle. I'm not sure whom the assist is going to go to, but Witkowski was passed over there, and really the model is, he's a great goalie, but we got to get shots on him. And, Witkowski had time to take a look and measure where it was going and just let it go.
I've also been noticing that when Malden Catholics have the puck in the offense zone, their defensemen have been pinching very aggressively at the blue lines this game. And, keeping pucks in the zone, just keeping that pressure extended.
Off the faceoff, it goes into the MCN. Beniers puts a hit on Shula. Farrell in there knocks Shula down again, just for good measure. Collins hustles back. They get it to Witkowski. The wrister up the middle, blocked by Sweeney. Sweeney lays it back to Shaw. He'll send it down deep. Yanakopoulos on it. Sends it around the back dasher. And now here's Witkowski again. Witkowski in and a save by Murphy. And now Farrell ought to go off for that. Just laying the lumber to Corey Goldstein, who's just standing there. And now Shula comes in and he's going to lose. He's going to lose the man up, and now Jake Farrell, better be careful. He's going to sit for more than just the minor that he obviously will get. And Aiden Murphy, who's never shy about letting people know how he feels, steps out and tells Witkowski, you're no good, even though Witkowski's put 2 by him in 5 minutes. Yeah, well,
Witkowski looked like he really wanted the natural hat trick there. And in the meantime,
if this is matching, it's crazy because clearly Farrell took a run after the whistle. I just...
Yeah, a little frustration showing already, perhaps.
I mean, Jake Farrell is a great athlete.
And Witkowski's going to end up in the box there. 2 Malden Catholic guys are in the box. Is there going to be somebody else going for Xaverian?
Shula came down afterwards. That was a bad thought by Shula to get in there. But how does Xaverian come out of this with a man up?
That's what I was going to say. After them being the ones to initiate that in front of the net there, if somehow they end up on the plus side of
that's
this,
a pretty good play. If you can draw that one up.
Yeah, I was just about to say I don't really see how you would justify that. And I'm kind of still wondering if perhaps we're going to see a second Xaverian guy make his way to the box before we start play again here.
Well, maybe Farrell's going to get 2, but ironically, that would end up being a Xaverian power play. And now,
I mean, I agree with you. Sometimes in these situations, I have a difficult time them just giving the the matching penalties. Somebody comes in, nails you after the play. I mean, you can't blame a guy for then taking steps to protect himself after being on the receiving end of something like that. And it's hard to blame somebody for stepping in to stick up for their teammate either in a situation.
Well, the faceoff's going to be in the MCN, so it's a Xaverian power play. I mean, this is...
Well, this I almost feel like I need to have explained to me.
Yeah, this is bizarre, but they post a minute and a half to Witkowski.
So
I don't understand that one, but
I mean, so essentially, when you boil it down to it, you've just rewarded Farrell for taking a shot at a guy after the whistle.
crazy. But look, Shula was guilty too. But I'm not saying they're all. And now wait a minute, they are nuts. That's great. That's nuts. I'm not taking sides here, but
oh no,
I'm saying what I saw.
I agree, and I'm sure Coach McLean would really love to know the explanation for this as well.
Here's it back for Sweeney. Shot is blocked here. It's a Xaverian power play. Walsh over to McGlynn. McGlynn will walk down to the top of the circle, send it towards the net. All alone in front. Beniers can't find the handle. When he does, Casey makes the save, and McLean gets it out of the zone. It jumps over the stick of Ryan Walsh, and he has to retreat to play it over to McGlynn. McGlynn watched by Aaron Goldstein, and now Philippe, and McGlynn able to get it up to center over the red line. Cuts to the left. He's hacked at by Goldstein, and now McLean puts him down, and McLean didn't really hit him. He just kind of tumbled over him. And it's sent down the ice with just about a little over a minute to go on the Xaverian power play. They trail it 3-0, trying to climb their way back here. Tim Sweeney lays it over on the near side for number 8, Mike Hardman. It's deep into the right wing end, right wing corner. Sweeney to Hardman, back to Walsh, back to Hardman, halfway down. Winds it around, can't connect with Beniers, and McLean able to snap it, and it bounces over the stick of McGlynn all the way down. Murphy will leave it for Walsh. 33 to go on the Xaverian power play here. They haven't announced that yet, Andrew, and you know, I'd like to check that at the end of the period because
big hit.
Botticelli knocked down, and we're going to get a penalty to Xaverian now.
And that's going to be Tim Sweeney, one of the captains, going to be heading to the box. Let's see if that's, looks like it's going to be a roughing call, I think the ref is signaling.
Yeah, roughing or boarding. I mean, it comes at 6:12, the old insect repellent time. 6:12, and going to the box would be Sweeney.
And it did look like Sweeney got his arm up in his face there in that contact. I think that's a justifiable call. Yeah, I mean, boarding is you can't hit a guy who's more than a couple of feet away, knock him into the board. So you could call that. You could call high stick. Anyway, it's 4-on-4 for another 12 seconds here as Xaverian tries to break it out. McInerney loses to Collins. Collins, nice cut around his fellow number 10 there. That's Jack Cook. And now Collins sent to the boards by McInerney. Puck is loose. McInerney on it, and he'll be sent over by Collins, and that's a penalty that they don't call. Collins with his stick up, and now Collins takes a stick to the head on the way back. Anyway, MC's on the power play now for 1:03, and the faceoff will come to the left of Murphy in the net in the Hawk cage here. We haven't even played 7 minutes, and we've had all kinds of things happen. Yeah, we have. On the draw, able to win it from Durkin, gets it back to Harrington to Philippe. Aggressive man down here, play by Xaverian. Nice pass by Collins. Back, jumped off the stick of Austin Goldstein. Goldstein with it again. Goldstein is taken down by Bruckner, and now Shaw trying to kick it by Goldstein. Fitzgibbons gets in the way of Goldstein. This thing's going to be a very physical game tonight. Bounces to center out of the stick of Philippe. Philippe with a little skating room, right wing. Trying to get around Shaw. Nice play by Shaw to get his stick in, and Durkin sends it the length of the ice with 29 to go on the MC power play. They lead it 3-0 halfway through the first period. Harrington now finds Philippe. Philippe on the go, trying to get around McGlynn. Philippe in, goes around the net. He's got help on the point to McLean. One-timer through a screen, goes off the body of Botticelli. Walsh hustles over, sends it up the boards, can't get it by McLean. Quickly over to Harrington. Harrington back to McLean. McLean to Philippe, one-timer. Off the stick of Botticelli and goes wide. Penalty is over. Xaverian now back at even strength with MC. And now Philippe knocks down McGlynn away from the puck, no call. Harrington knocks it off the stick of Sweeney. McLean and Durkin battle behind the net. Sweeney, good hustle to tie up McLean. It's behind the net down, skated away by Harrington, who tries to get it up to Brendan White. Carries to center. Botticelli picks it up with a head of steam. Trying to get around McGlynn. McGlynn forces him wide, and now the centering pass picked off by Sweeney, intended for Shula. Sweeney on the go, trying to get around Shula. Shula gets a little body on him, and now Lawrence comes in and takes a hit from Sweeney in the offensive zone. Farrell just hacks at it back there, and now tries to hit. He's got a guy his own size there. Jack Adams can't move him. White now, quick stick handle, and sends Lawrence away up the right side. 4-on-3 for the moment. Long shot in by Will Lawrence, and that is gloved
at ice level by Murphy to tie it up with 6:20 to go, opening period of play, and MC on top, 3-0.
Well, at least over the last few minutes, Xaverian had the power play. They had a very good scoring opportunity during it. Casey made the save. They killed off a penalty, a Malden Catholic power play. So at least that's a couple of positives. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Exactly. Well, they went more than 4 minutes without allowing a goal. I mean,
an accomplishment so far this game.
Coach Spinelli, that's not meant to be a wisecrack. It's just, it is what it is,
yeah.
Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
Here come the Hawks. Fitzgibbons wearing Corey Goldstein's stick, and now Shula off the boards onto Goldstein again. Witkowski over, can't get it by McQuaid, and they kind of whack a puck at center ice for the moment here. Lawrence now smartly up to Witkowski. Witkowski's got 2 goals in the first period. Fitzgibbons has it poked off his stick by Witkowski. Lawrence supports and sends it in deep left wing corner. Collins trying to go on Jack Tufts. Pops loose to Corey Goldstein, high off the boards to Witkowski behind. Centering pass goes off, I believe it went off the Xaverian defenseman, Anthony Prada, and went right through the crease. Cook now, 4 checks on Shula. Shula with some skating room to Witkowski. To Philippe on the go. Philippe up the left wing. Philippe through the middle, and nice play by Shaw to come over and support as Philippe had made it by Bruckner. Philippe with it again, leaves it to Harrington, over to McLean. McLean circles away from McInerney, sends it down deep. Goldstein can't control it, it goes out of the stick of Durkin. Good job by Cam Walter to steal it from Durkin, sends it to the net, off the stick of Goldstein, and a goal! And off the skates of Goldstein, he followed his own rebound and he scored.
Yeah, that was some very impressive in-tight stick handling there to put that away by Goldstein. He was literally right on top of Murphy and was able to kind of pry that out from between his skates, get it around onto his stick, and managed to put that home. And now here we are, we're 4-0.
I'll tell you, Cam Walter made that play. He intercepted it on the near boards, and Philippe draws players. He had 2 guys watching him. Walter was able to circle up high, and Goldstein did his job. He went to the net at the first try went off his skates. He stayed with it, and Murphy had no chance there as Goldstein just followed his own rebound, and it's 4-0 now. It should be Austin Goldstein from Walter at 9:56. We'll see how they see it. And now out there is MC's got the 4th line out with Wren and Matthews and Jeff DeMichaelis. This is DeMichaelis trying to find Matthews. Deflects over to Walsh onto Farrell's stick, and Farrell trying to find Sweeney up the right wing. Sweeney runs into Harrington, and Beniers tries to follow up, but he meets Tim Matthews. And now Wren able to knock it up, but Farrell, good job to circle up high. Sweeney trying to find a teammate in the middle. Beniers gets there, but he's tied up by Lawrence, and Wren circles back, banging around the boards, looking for Matthews, intercepted by the Hawks. Harrington now trying to get it out of scoring position, and Farrell knocks down Matthews. Comes in the slot to McGlynn. His shot goes off the shin pads of Harrington. Nice play by Pat Harrington to get in the shooting lane, and Lawrence now with a little skating room just lifts it calmly to center. McGlynn quickly back on it for Xaverian. He'll dump, and they'll go to change. Fitzgibbons can't steal it away from Shula. Now Fitzgibbons does come up with it. Good support there by McQuaid, but his pass back to the point intercepted by White. He sends Jack Adams away, and Adams is knocked down offsides, and they'll never call that one. They'll never call that one.
No,
it's done all the time.
Never mind the fact when you're as big as Adams is, you are not going to get the breaks on a place like that. And certainly one thing you are never going to get is sympathy.
350 to go, not from the white bench of the fans anyway.
And not from the refs either, because you're the 6'5" guy.
Botticelli, exactly. Botticelli on the draw with Cameron Pierkowski is now Xaverian will lengthen the bench a little bit, and coming all the way over is Sam Scanlon to throw a hit on Botticelli. Prada is broken up by his own guy over there, Justin Laporte. They get it back to a shot by Botticelli on the steal. I think that went off Murphy and the post.
Yeah, I think that got a piece of the post.
That was Jack Tufts that Botticelli was trying to use as a screen, and here they come again, Brendan White. Good back check over there by Laporte. Somebody's mouthpiece is on the ice. Adams behind the net. Prada trying to move that immovable object. And now Pierkowski can't get it by Botticelli. He's in, and Tufts able to get a blade of his stick in there and deny that one from heading in on net. Pierkowski can't get it by Yannikopoulos over there, and Yannikopoulos walks out of the fray with the puck, dumps it deep left wing corner as MC will try to change. Harrington over to keep it inside the zone. His flip down the boards carries all the way over to the right wing side with Botticelli. Botticelli's had a heck of a shift here. He's able to catch up with it and try to cycle it deep. Botticelli with it again. Brendan White now pinned over there by Pierkowski. Botticelli walks right out, tries to jam it in the post, but nice play by Murphy. And skating away is Pierkowski. Pierkowski does some heavy work to get it over the line and dump it, but not sure what the indication is here. They're talking about back on the blue line.
You know, and again, that last shift, 2 or 3 different times, Xaverian turned the puck over between the top of the circles and the blue line. The amount of times that's happened over the course of this period already, I couldn't even keep track.
Yeah, turnovers will kill you, like in football and hockey.
And it is killing them. Just look at the scoreboard.
2:22 to go, opening period of play. Malden Catholic 4, Xaverian no score. And we're still in the first period, as we said. Justin Collins, nice job of back checking, gets back to Harrington, over to McLean, back to Harrington. This is a recording. Long wing-to-wing pass to Witkowski in the middle to Goldstein. Goldstein looks for Collins on a nice play as Collins split the D without the puck. And Corey Goldstein tried to send him in alone.
Yeah, he didn't realize the puck was there.
Harrington now with time to look. Harrington now will dump it down the boards past Witkowski. Corey Goldstein just plays a little move there to, nice play by, what a play by Collins and Goldstein, and Witkowski doing his job. And now here, Witkowski shouldn't have grabbed that guy because they'll call it even again. But Xaverian taking liberties after the whistle, and until they start calling that, they'll just keep doing it. And now McInerney is definitely whistled off, and maybe it'll just be a single call here. But you know, Xaverian is a physical team, and that's what they're gonna. You know, they're going to go to their strength.
And they're frustrated. I mean, clearly at this point, it would be hard not to be if you were them. I mean, I don't mean that to say that in any way justifies them getting chippy after the whistle or anything like that, but at least you can understand why it's happening.
Yeah. So MC will go on the power play with 1:42 to go in the first period, and they already lead at 4-0. They play catch back at the point. Schuler over to Lawrence, looks through the screen, trying to get some action on the far side with Adams. Back to Schuler. All the way across ice to Lawrence in the middle to Witkowski. Nice pass to Adams to Botticelli in front, covered smartly by Walsh. And now Walsh will play catch with himself. Not sure what that call was. Was it a high stick or interference, whatever. Here they come short-handed. Nice play by Walsh to get it to Sweeney. Sweeney has help. Tries to lay it over to Beniers. Beniers going to the net, but a good back check by the defenseman, Will Lawrence, and Botticelli had help there too. Here's Witkowski. They come 3-on-1 the other way. Adams headed to the net. Witkowski holds, sends in the middle, and Botticelli was back checked there by Sweeney, and now Beniers gets a little high on Adams. They get it back to Harrington. 45 to go in the period. Sent through a screen. Walsh with a stick on it. Nice play by Ryan Walsh from Xaverian. And great job of leverage to get in front of Witkowski and send it down to kill off more of this penalty. 35 to go, first period. 23 to go on the power play. McLean through center, all the way up to Goldstein. This is Austin Goldstein. Austin Goldstein, the pass back for Harrington, intercepted over there by Farrell, and he'll send it down to kill off more time. Penalty with 8 seconds, 19 to go in the period. Now Farrell knocks it by Philippe near side, comes back out of the stick of Harrington. He'll slow things down, and he's looking for help now. Nice pass up to Philippe. They've got 8 seconds in the period. Philippe in the middle, cuts to the right, trying to get around the defense. Philippe is in, saved by Murphy. Rebound is loose, knocked behind the net. Collins had Philippe open. I'll tell you, if it went another 10 seconds, they might have had another, but what a period of play, Andrew Greenberg. Unbelievable, 4-0 MC.
You know, let's understand something clear here. Xaverian is a good team, a really good team. They're 8-2 in the Catholic Conference. They've beaten BC High already, and we know how good a team BC High is. But I got to tell you, Malden Catholic is serving notice here. You know, there's a lot of talk about Springfield Cathedral, and justifiably so. A lot of talk about BC High. But Malden Catholic is really making a statement here. You know, look, regardless of what anybody else is doing, we're undefeated. We're the 4-time defending champions, and this thing is still going through us.
Great point. Great point. And, you know, the kids, they know what's happened around. You brought up some great points. Springfield Cathedral with a 5-0 whitewashing of Bishop Hendrick and a pretty good team. And
always.
Springfield Cathedral has plowed through their schedule. I mean, they do have a tie on their record, but the last 5 games, I think they're close to 50 goals cumulatively. And, you know, nobody's coming close to them in this part of their schedule. BC High has rebounded, you know, 11-3 over 2 opponents. The last 2 games, 2 pretty good opponents. And so MC, I mean, we had a chance to talk to Coach McLean very briefly after the St. John's game, and to say he was not happy is the understatement of the year. He was disgusted with the way they played, and yet they still beat a good team 4-2. And, you know, he sat some guys down in that game and, you know, played guys with other guys that they weren't used to, and still he got a win out of it against a good opponent in the league, and here he is tonight. And you've said it a number of ways. I think he said tonight's, you know, here are the guys that think they're going to play with us. Let's go show them what we can do. And I mean, that's as good a period and as good a 5-minute burst, like you said, Andrew, at the start of the, you know, they were up 3-0 less than 3 minutes into the game.
What else could you ask for?
I know. We'll review the scoring. Once again, before we review the scoring, I want to thank Sullivan Tire for bringing us here tonight with iSlides.com as well as the book 16. And with every Malden Catholic game we do, we really want to show our appreciation to the Friends of Malden Catholic Hockey, the group of parents that have supported the team and get these games on MyHockeyLive. And Malden Catholic, a great Xaverian Brothers sponsored school, as is Xaverian Brothers High School, obviously, and as is St. John's Prep, St. John's of Shrewsbury. So the Xaverian Brothers schools making their mark in hockey, and it's on behalf of MC, we thank them very much. Great job educating young men, and long tradition of hockey and of other sports. So we're really pleased to do a job for those guys and bring great high school hockey to all the viewers of MyHockeyLive. But Andrew, it didn't take long to get out of the gate. 20 seconds, Matt Philippe from John McLean made it 1-0. But a minute 25 seconds later at 1:45, Jake Witkowski with the first of his 2 assists going to McLean, and we're going to tack on an assist to Justin Collins, 2-0. 4:24, Witkowski with another one, assist to Corey Goldstein. That made it 3-0, just 4:24 into the opening period of play. Xaverian took a timeout. They settled things down. They got things going. They did go on a power play at 4:55. They showed a little bit of life. They didn't score, and then there was some. They killed a penalty, a call at 6:12. They were able to kill that off. But 9:56, Austin Goldstein with his first of the night with some great hustle from Cam Walter to intercept the pass on the near side. And Goldstein didn't get it done the first time, but he stayed with it and was able to wrap it around. Aiden Murphy, who's just, you know, Aiden Murphy's one of the best goalies in the state, and tonight he's just getting frustrated with the way Malden Catholic's playing. But that made it 4-0 at 9:56, and they almost had 1 or 2 more, but that's where we stand after 1, and unbelievable. So we'll take a break here. We're at the Foxborough Ice Center. It's Saturday night, hockey night in Foxborough. Along with Andrew Greenberg, I'm Paul McNamara from MyHockeyLive, and our thanks always to Serio Video, our production arm of MyHockeyLive. If Pat Serio weren't here, we wouldn't be here. So thanks for watching, folks. We'll be back with second period action after about maybe 6 or 7 more twirls of the Zamboni. After 1, it's 4-0 MC. Well, welcome back, everyone. MyHockeyLive. Paul McNamara along with Andrew Greenberg, and of course Pat Serio, the Rock, with all his equipment here, his $1 million equipment, making sure everything happens. I mean, if it could work in the Olympia today, it's certainly going to work here at Foxborough Ice Center. And Pat Serio, eyewitness to Springfield Cathedral's bandwagon rolling on, 5-0 over Bishop Hendrick, and it came in 11-1 in Rhode Island, Andrew. So all the way around the state, teams are making noise. And,
yeah, no, absolutely. But I am sure anybody who has seen an update of what transpired the first period here, I am sure that score opened some eyes as well.
Yeah, I wonder if the Twitter world is ablaze with MC 4-0 after 1.
Yeah, MC showing they mean business.
I mean, this was the final when they met Malden a couple of weeks back, as you said earlier. And
yeah,
we'll see if, you know, Xaverian's just going to come out and say, look, this is a new period. Let's win this period and see where we go. On the draw, Beniers and Philippe, to nobody's surprise, the 2 top lines out there. And right away, Sweeney tries to hit Harrington, comes back to The Xaverian defense pair inside the line and skating up is Walsh, redirected in by Farrell, and he gives chase. McLean around, but off the stick of Sweeney, tries to jam it, loses the puck as he steps out front. Harrington now up to Philippe, quickly over to Goldstein. Walsh stands up Goldstein, and Farrell does a good job getting back on defense inside his own line, and nobody in control now until Philippe settles it and lays it back to McLean, back to Philippe. Can't get by Farrell with that long reach, and Farrell with a much smaller Goldstein standing up to him, and now Walsh risks a long one in that Casey saved, but it kind of took a funny bounce on him, and luckily the rebound went right onto the stick of Harrington, and now they try the long pass in, and gets tied up on the near boards. Farrell now trying to send Durkin in. He's tripped up by Harrington, and a penalty's going to come here on Pat Harrington as number 4, Andrew Durkin, went in. Nice pass from Farrell on the backhand and tried to get around Harrington, but
that was a very nice pass by Farrell to send him in there.
Well, he is a quarterback, so we should expect he's going to make some good passes, but
you know, he really gave Harrington no choice but to take him down there.
1:03 of the second period. Xaverian will go on the power play. Harrington's going to get a trip, and we'll see if Xaverian can do some business here. Face off to the left of Kyle Casey, in net for MC. Controlled by Durkin. Durkin now watched by Shula. Will go behind the net to McInerney, back to Durkin. They'll set the power play up with a pass back to Shaw, right back to Durkin. Cycles down low for Cook, but Lawrence gets there first. Now Lawrence sandwiched, but able to get it up the boards. Xaverian still controlling. Shula now gets it away from McInerney and takes a hit, an elbow really, from Cook. Shaw, nice play at the line. They lay it down low. Wrister right at the midsection of goaltender Casey, and he makes the save pretty easily.
Well, you know,
a little energy for Xaverian, though.
Well, I mean, that's the one positive I would say is actually on both of their power plays they did manage to get some decent pressure and at least one good opportunity on both of them.
Yannikopoulos now out there on defense with McLean to kill this off for MC. Botticelli and Walter, the forwards up front. Big Farrell in the corner, lays it down for Sweeney deep. Sweeney watched by McLean. Sweeney able to get it along the backboards, lays it out for Beniers. Back to McGlynn, back to Beniers. Yannikopoulos way up high, over to Walsh. Walsh shot blocked by Botticelli. Farrell on it now. They're down to 35 to go on the man advantage. Walsh cross point to McGlynn, down low to Beniers, back to McGlynn, back to Beniers. Beniers watched by Yannikopoulos, stolen by Yannikopoulos. Can't get it by the point man. McGlynn sends it in deep over the net. Farrell chases it down as they down to 19. Back to McGlynn. McGlynn's shot blocked going through by Walter, and they're able to clear it here with 12 seconds to go on the Xaverian power play. Walsh now will start one last rush on the man advantage, but he can't get by Goldstein. Austin Goldstein. He's got Philippe with him, and 1 second now the penalty is over to Harrington, and jumping on is Matthews to skate a shift with Philippe and Goldstein. Goldstein up high, backhander, trying to go back door, and it goes wide. And a check over there. Sweeney runs into Shula.
Shula went into the boards really awkwardly on that play.
By the way, we want to mention that Cameron Dutra is the sophomore, is now in goal for Xaverian. So Murphy has been pulled after the first period. He's taking a rest over there. What a hit by Sweeney over there on Shula. I didn't see it actually happen, so I can't make a comment.
I did. It wasn't dirty, but he went into the boards really awkwardly.
Wrister by Goldstein. Following right up is Botticelli. His drive goes wide. Caroms all the way back into the MCN. And first on it there will be Jack Cook, and Lawrence able to negate Cook's presence there. And McLean nearly goes right in front of his own net. Shaw sends it down deep wide, and McLean chases far corner, throws a hip into McInerney, and comes up with a puck. But good forecheck by Durkin. Now Cook with a backhand try, never makes it to the net. And Adams now will send a long home run intended for Goldstein. A couple of number 7s, Goldstein and Shaw. Shaw gives a little extra to Goldstein as he climbs over the boards. Botticelli now, nice setup. It goes well wide. Good play by Brendan White. Fitzgibbons now trying to get it away from Lawrence, but Lawrence able to get it up the boards, and picking it clean is White. White makes a move around Shaw, but loses it into the corner. Centering pass to Botticelli, backhand turnaround goes wide. Lawrence all the way in to pinch. His shot goes right through the slot area. Good play by Adams. Back to Harrington, back to Adams. Deep left wing corner. An open man is Lawrence. He'll close. The wrister goes high and wide. Adams able to get it back to Harrington. That's out of the zone, but they let play go on. And now skating away, 3-on-2 for Xaverian if they hurry. It's Durkin in the middle. Broken up by Lawrence. Gets it up to Botticelli, looking for help up to Adams, 2-on-2 the other way. Adams cuts into the middle, leaves it over to Botticelli, joining the rush. Saved by Dutra. Adams off to Fitzgibbons. End-to-end here right now, Andrew. This is Trevor McQuaid going deep in the corner, watched by Harrington, centering pass picked up by Lawrence. I'll tell you, Will Lawrence is playing a great game on defense here.
Very good positioning.
Harrington in the middle, nice pass to Adams, saved by Dutra. It's loose in front. And following up is Yannikopoulos, blocked by Preda. Yannikopoulos with it again. Now Farrell on it, knocks it up the boards, sends Sweeney away one-on-one on his off wing. He's hustling back there as McLean. To negate Sweeney, lays it back to Farrell, long wrister. Goes wide. Covered up in the corner over there by number 8, Mike Hardman. They battle along the backboards, and now Corey Goldstein tries to get around McGlynn. Nice play by McGlynn to get it to Hardman. In deep to Farrell. Farrell watched by Yannikopoulos. A couple of big bodies there. Now Farrell on a smaller body, Justin Collins, but Collins sticking his nose in. Sweeney's able to come up with it, but can't control. Steals from McLean. Sweeney in, shot by Casey, save by Casey on the shot by Sweeney. MC clears it wing to wing, and icing is going to be called here as furious end-to-end action. 8:57 to go, middle period. MC 4-0.
Back to you mentioning Lawrence. He has played a very strong game. I'll tell you what he does really well. He takes great angles to the puck. And I was just about to say, that is the sign of an intelligent, well-coached player. And it's, defensive plays by their defensemen like that, which is why it's been like trying to solve the riddle with the Sphinx getting the puck in the net against them.
I mean, Will Lawrence doesn't go out of his way to run anybody. He just plays position and uses leverage. He's a very smart player. Xaverian controls. Beniers knocked down by Harrington. Still loose in the corner. Harrington now comes up and takes a return hit by Beniers. And Philippe pokes it loose. Trying to race Walsh to the puck. Walsh wins that one. Knocks it off the boards. Here's Lawrence again to retreat and quickly go cross point to Harrington. His long pass for Philippe knocked away by Cook, and MC has to retreat into their own end. Quickly up to Walter, left wing, turns and fires. I think he thought Philippe was somewhere else. And goes all the way back to the Xaverian end, and Walsh over to McGlynn, trying to find McInerney, but Harrington intercepts up to Philippe, lays it back to Lawrence, quickly over to Harrington. Harrington starts up, trying to find a streaking Austin Goldstein, and Philippe follows up. Philippe in, trying to make a move on Walsh. Followed up by, there's going to be a penalty call here on Xaverian. Walter back to the point to Harrington. Over to an open man, Lawrence. Lawrence turns, fires it down the boards to Philippe. Philippe in the middle. He's got 5 white shirts around him. Gets it to Walter. Walter behind the net for Witkowski, who's the extra man here on the delayed penalty. Jumps under the stick of Harrington. Harrington over to Lawrence. They're on a delayed call. They've got an extra skater out there. They lay it back to Harrington through the middle, trying to get around Beniers. Harrington over the line. Witkowski headed to the net. Pass to Witkowski and a score! Could see that one coming.
Throw the hats. That's a hat trick. For number 8, Jake Witkowski.
At 7:27, he's got it in almost a half a game. I mean, not even more than half a game.
Well, he came incredibly close in the first period to finishing off the hat trick. I guess we just delayed it a period. As in another tremendous passing play there, straight across. As you said, you could see the play developing before it even happened.
I mean, Witkowski just away from the play. What a smart move. He just headed to the net. Harrington took it down the wall. The Xaverian guys were tired. They'd been out there a long time. It was a delayed penalty. Harrington with just a laser pass to Witkowski, and it was probably the easiest, by far the easiest goal he's got tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
And now Wren and Cameron Pierkowski wrestling at center ice here. Xaverian able to keep it in the end. I think it's Beniers or Sweeney has to sit. Yeah, they called it right. Will Lawrence with the second assist, and boy, does he deserve a point out here tonight. And now pinning at the backboards there is 22. That's Tim Simoes. I think it's his first shift of the night for the Hawks. Michael is trying to get it out. Now we're going to get matching calls here. Shula
away from the play. Boy, and I can hear Coach Spinelli yelling at the ref from the Xaverian bench, give him a break. Apparently he does not agree with the matching penalties on that play.
Well, I mean, and Shula from MC doesn't like it either, so...
well, then at least it's even. Nobody on either side's happy.
But you know what? They have to clamp down because this thing...
Oh, absolutely. There's been a lot of chippiness in this game.
Way out of hand at 5-0 halfway through. Hardman will take the draw here with Sean Wren.
The last thing
I'm sorry, it's Albert on the draw.
And the last thing you would want to see is somebody get injured.
Long wrister in off the stick of 14, that's Jack Tufts. And now a run is taken down there by Fitzgibbons on Yanakopoulos. I'm not sure if that was just 2 steps, but Casey now will knock it wide as Yanakopoulos. And Fitzgibbons again, he's running all over the ice and he's not going to get called. Here's Albert through center ice. Albert takes a hit from McQuaid. That's a calm one. Brendan White down the boards, can't get around Hardman, and Prada gets his elbow up on
Fitzgibbons
forward.
Fitzgibbons just took another run at somebody there too. He seems to have entered kamikaze mode in this shift.
Prada now around the net for Xaverian, looking for Fitzgibbons, knocks it off the glass. And Fitzgibbons is a tired guy, and rightly so, and that's going to be icing. He's taking more steps.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. Taking that many runs at people in that short a period of time, of course that's going to tucker you out.
So some guys making an appearance for MC that we've not seen earlier tonight. Tom Sullivan, 23, was out there that shift. And we've seen these guys. It's the Collins line with Goldstein and Witkowski. Comes to Corey Goldstein, back to Harrington. The wrister blocked by Beniers. Nice play. McLean retreats, sends it up to Justin Collins. Collins will circle back and start the play up. Can't get it by Beniers. Nice play, John Beniers. He's got help. Lays it up to Sweeney, but goes under his stick. Farrell now is hit from behind by Goldstein and knocked down, but kind of calmly goes onto the stick of Harrington, and he gets it over to Collins. Nice pass to Witkowski. Witkowski with a screen sends it high and directly over the net, where Cam Dutra is setting up shop this period. You just joined us. Aiden Murphy has gone to the bench. They got 4 by him in the first period, and Coach Spinelli decided to try to shake things up here, and Dutra is in goal now. Harrington circles as McLean lost his footing there, and now McLean will circle back away from Beniers. Beniers, good hockey player with the forecheck, and now Farrell decides to go in and give McLean a bump. Witkowski starts up the right wing, sends it deep left wing corner, and they will go to change. McGlynn trying to find help over here in the person of Durkin, and he is met squarely by John McLean and knocked down, and Durkin bounces right back up. Nice hockey play by Durkin. And now Botticelli knocks down his own guy over there. White, and Botticelli gets it near the line. Not a play by Jack Adams to find Brendan White. Wow!
I mean, could that play have been executed any better than it was? I mean, an absolutely beautiful tape-to-tape pass. White gets just enough of a stick on it to deflect it up under the crossbar. Again, Dutra could have 100 shots at that, and the only time he's going to stop it is if it happens to hit him.
Tuukka Rask isn't making that save. I mean, that was just tic-tac-toe, as they used to say. Botticelli, great job to circle up high and intercept the clearing pass. Gave it over to Adams. Adams held it just long enough. White did his job, go to the far post, and that was...
The whole play was a thing of beauty. It really was.
Again, another easy goal for MC here, and they lead at 6-0 now. Still with 4 minutes to go in the second period, and the play from here is just keep your head up, boys. And here's McQuaid through center ice. Nice breakout pass from Fitzgibbons. McQuaid now, the shot kind of pops up in the air, and Casey gloves that one from his knees.
But by the way, I know it got lost in subsequently the goal being scored, but you had to love that hit John McLean threw right in front of us. You got to love McLean in general. I mean, he plays real physical like that. At the same time, he's talented offensively, puts points up from the point. He contributes to them in so many different ways.
Yeah, and I give Durkin credit too. He knows, you know, he took the hit and he got right up and got back into the play, and you know, they'll even out if you play honest hockey like that.
Hey, sometimes if somebody gets you with a good clean hit, you just got to tip your cap to him.
And you know what? It was clean. McLean didn't run him. He didn't get any elbows up. He just
it was just hard.
body. And Walter intercepts now. We'll send it over to Goldstein with Philippe. It's a 3-on-1. Goldstein with Philippe. And oh, boy, that was going to be another easy one, but Philippe just couldn't catch up to that pass. Good idea. The Hawks try to break it out. Intercepted by Lawrence. Lawrence leaves for Philippe. The wrister. What a save by Dutra. Wow, that one was labeled. Nice play by Lawrence. To intercept, take it over, set it up, see Philippe, and Philippe let it go. And nice save by Cam Dutra.
Yeah. Highest marks to Dutra there. Flash on the glove hand.
So Sean Wren's line will be out here now with Matthews and DeMichaelis on the points, Harrington and McLean. The Hawks send Beniers out, and Cam Walter now is headed to the... Cam Walter just left the playing area. We'll keep an eye on that. Tim Matthews now behind the net. DeMichaelis pokes it loose. Back to get it for the Hawks is Tufts. They get it out of the zone, but sending it right back in is McLean. DeMichaelis gives chase. He runs into Prada over there, and Sweeney turns and looking for Farrell. Nobody there except McLean, and Farrell lays some lumber on John McLean here, and McLean took issue with that. We'll keep an eye on those two. Harrington runs into Sweeney. Sean Wren circles back, finds DeMichaelis. It bounces off his skates. Sweeney picks it up for Xaverian, trying to leave it for Beniers, but DeMichaelis stays with him, and now Harrington from behind, no call. You gotta stay out of the box, both teams, boys. Beniers, good hustle down here now. Gets by Matthews, and MC able to break. 3-on-2. Farrell and McLean, they may be the undercard on a wrestling event coming up. Xaverian able to skate it out the right wing breakout. Prada just gets it to center. Shula will play it across to Yannikopoulos, back to Shula. Shula finds an open guy. That's Corey Goldstein. He'll dump it deep. Tom Sullivan will win the race there. Trying to find Albert behind the net. Albert pinned in the corner by Prada, but Sullivan, nice play to get it back to Shula. Shula sends it in deep. Karam's off the boards with 2 minutes to go. Second period of play, and a 6-0 Malden Catholic lead. Goldstein wrestles with Farrell. Now sending a long one in is Yannikopoulos. Saved there by Dutra. And now double teamed in the corner is Sullivan. Xaverian able to get it up to Farrell. Farrell with a breaking wing over there. That's number 22, Tim Simoes. Simoes loses control inside the line and takes a run at Yannikopoulos. Now Sullivan will dump it deep as he takes a bump from 24, Jared Beniers. Beniers now in the middle, up to Simoes. Simoes through center ice, takes a return hit from Yannikopoulos. You know, they're taking numbers, and now Pierkowski gets it up high on Shula, and Sean Wren will skate it down, and he takes a hit from Fitzgibbons. No surprise there. Whistle goes. I mean, if I was the official, I might just like let everything go and get out of here and let the clock run, but
you know, that last one, Yannikopoulos went way out of his way to throw that hit.
Yeah, well, it was because he took a hit before, and that's what we were saying before.
Yeah.
You got to take.
Yeah, well,
you got to remember later.
Well, the same way when Farrell, gave the lumber to McLean, it wasn't a surprise when, a little bit later McLean collected on that receipt,
again,
so to speak.
As we say all the time, it's easy from up here, but Wren on the draw. Now Matthews trying to close. Lawrence sends it in, but off the skates of Fitzgibbons. Walsh now on Wren. Walsh able to take the puck away and jump it up over to Fitzgibbons, who takes a little bit of an elbow from Matthews. Harrington now to Lawrence, back to Harrington, and McQuaid wants to chase down Will Lawrence. Oh, this is just, the whistle goes, and McQuaid is going to...
Yeah, and justifiably so, since he was punching him in the back of the head while he was flat on the ice.
I think they're going to call both of them. Unbelievable, but...
Okay, well, that one, if I'm Lawrence, I really have a problem with.
These officials are saying double pay is not enough tonight. It was icing called incidental to the call, so the faceoff will come down. They'll skate 5 against 5 here with 43.3 to go, second period. Faceoff will come to the left of Casey, and MC sends out Sullivan with Corey Goldstein and Trevor Albert. McLean bumps it around the boards. I got a feeling we're going to be using the words bump and boards a lot for the rest of the night. Thomas Albert.
And we got a whole period left to go.
Fitzgibbons in the corner, watched by McLean. McLean pushes at Fitzgibbons.
Another penalty. And somebody else hit the deck. Well, I don't know about you, Paul, but it's seeming to me at this point this game is teetering right on the edge of turning into something really ugly.
I think we're past that point. This is going to come at 14:41.
And it's McLean.
Yeah, McLean. It was a cry. You know, he went in with his stick high. It's a cross check, and in this game especially, it's a cross check. I mean, if you breathe wrong, it's going to be a penalty, as it should be in this game. So,
well, I think at this point the refs are really trying to get control back over this thing.
Farrell's going to take the draw against Thomas Albert here. Xaverian with 17 seconds of power play time in this period. They get it back to Walsh, right point, looking for Beniers. Comes all the way to Sweeney. We're down to 10 seconds to go in the period. Sweeney halfway up to Beniers. He'll tee up a slap shot. Casey made the save. I don't think he saw it, but he made the save, and it bounces onto the stick of Sullivan, and he's able to clear it as the time clock goes to zeros here in period number 2. And boy, that was a long time coming.
Yeah. Boy.
We are through 2 periods here at Foxborough Ice Arena that may be called Madison Square Garden Gym, the boxing ring, before we're out of here tonight. A crazy score sheet full of penalties, and on the other side, the scoring sheet itself, in terms of goals, is 6 for Malden Catholic, none for the Hawks of Xaverian. In the second period, Jake Witkowski made it 5-0, his 3rd of the night, on a beautiful play. Harrington and Lawrence picking up assists. It was a delayed penalty call that was going to be called on Xaverian, and actually, I think I might have missed writing that one down, but anyway, it came at 7:27. I did miss writing it down. I think it was Sweeney of Beniers who went in there and had to sit. You know, they didn't play a man down, but he had to serve his minute and a half for the infraction. And then at 10:35, MC tacked on their 6th. Brendan White from Adams and Botticelli made it 6-0. Again, as you described it, Andrew, perfect passing play. They just moved the puck great, and
that was,
it was an easy goal.
That was probably the nicest of the 6 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, they've all been good goals, but that one was just like, you know, that was 24-karat gold.
Well, we'll take a break here at the end of 2. It's 6-0. Malden Catholic. Xaverian does have a minute 12 worth of time on the power play as we open the 3rd period. It looks like Xaverian's going to set up the chuck-a-puck or some other game here between periods, but we're going to take a break and let you watch that without commentary. Pat Serio Productions will keep the tape rolling and keep the live shot rolling, and Andrew Greenberg and I will take a break. Again, Paul McNamara from MyHockeyLive. We thank the Friends of MC Hockey for their support, Malden Catholic Xaverian Brothers sponsored school, and also Sullivan Tire and Eye Slides, and the book 16 by Dr. Peter Drennan. Once again, 6-0 Malden Catholic after 2. We'll take a break from Foxborough with Andrew Greenberg. I'm Paul McNamara from MyHockeyLive. Well, welcome back, everyone, to Foxborough Ice Arena. Paul McNamara here with Andrew Greenberg, bringing you all the play-by-play, and everything works because of Pat Serio, Serio Video, our full-fledged production bureau here on site. And Andrew, we had a chance to talk to a few people that, you know, some people were pretty surprised to see a 6-0 score, and I think it's a combination of things. It's just MC's playing very well, but they hit so quickly in the first period that I think Xaverian's just been completely off their game ever since.
Yeah, I think they. I think Xaverian was completely discombobulated after those first 3-4 minutes. Understandably so. I mean, obviously, from having played them the first time, the 4-0 game, I'm sure they knew how good a team they were playing. But I don't think that they ever dreamed that they were going to get rolled right off the ice like that. You know, right off the bat.
Yeah, you know what though? It's just, you got to just say, we're not as bad as the score indicates. It's a tight league. We may see these guys in the tournament again, and we got to, learn from this period. You trail 6-0. It's kind of it's a tough thing to say out of the gate. Oh, we're going to get 6 to tie it. Let's get one and play hard. And they've given their all-state potential goaltender Aiden Murphy the rest of the night off after he was really shelled in the first 5 minutes, and it became
I mean, there was nothing
4-0, and
there was nothing to gain by keeping him in.
No. So we will start the third period with Xaverian on the power play. Philippe and Botticelli, the two penalty killers for MC. Walsh will go back and get it for Xaverian and start it out. Philippe on the forecheck, the pass up from McGlynn. This is going to be icing, I think, and it is. It's a good forecheck by Philippe, and Walsh tried to hit McGlynn, his defense partner, who was like 30 feet ahead of him, but the pass was about knee high and bounced off the boards, and quickly, with a new sheet of ice, got all the way down and went for icing as they were on the power play. Philippe with a shot off the face-off, rifles it off the near post. Wow.
Like Adam
partner Andrew Greenberg shaking his head here, folks.
Well, reminded me of Adam Oates in the playoffs for the Bruins in the mid-'90s when he won a game in overtime doing that.
Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Sweeney now, poked off his stick by Harrington. Sweeney deep into the corner. Xaverian on the power play for another 36 seconds. McGlynn turns, looks, finds Beniers into the middle. Beniers cross point to Walsh through a screen. Save made there by Brian Canada in net now for Malden Catholic, the freshman. His first action as a Malden Catholic Lancer. Brian Canada, younger brother of Joe Canada, who had a pretty good career at Merrimack and is now getting paid to play in the NHL. Witkowski now trying to kill off the rest of the penalty as McGlynn gets it over to Walsh. Witkowski on the forecheck. They get it up to Beniers through center. Beniers over the line left side. Beniers slows in the middle to Farrell. Nice play by Witkowski on the back check. Penalty is over. Corey Goldstein jumps on the ice to join the line. Beniers down low to Sweeney. Open cross ice to cross partner to Farrell, and a save there. I think Canada made that save. Centering pass, and it's Goldstein skating away. 2-on-2. Goldstein and Collins. Goldstein trying to go wide. Backhander up high. Save there by Dutra. So backup goaltenders here for both teams now as Farrell tries to take down Collins. This line for Xaverian's been out there since the start of the period, and now Beniers will get off the ice. Farrell wants to stay out because he wants another chance to make something happen here. Walsh through center. Walsh has been out there the whole period as well. He's got McQuaid headed to the net. Walsh, the backhander goes wide. Caroms onto the stick of McInerney. McInerney down into the corner onto the stick of Yannikopoulos for MC, who calmly sends it around to McLean. McLean snaps it off the boards. Shaw intercepts at center, sends a long one in. The Canada kicks off his right knee. McInerney and Yannikopoulos go to the corner. Shaw can't get it by Botticelli. Now keeping it in, I guess, is Bruckner. That one looked like it cheated across the line there a little bit, but Bruckner, good hustling. Here's a breakaway, a 2-on-0 breakaway. White with Adams, White to Adams, and a goal! You know, Adams set up White earlier, so White returns the favor here. 2:35 into the third period of play, and this line has had a very good night here.
Nothing changes but the seasons.
It's the same guys. You put one gets a goal and the other gets the assist. So Adams from White, and I'm not sure if one of the defensemen will get an assist as well. I didn't see the breakout, but Harrington now chased down. White's going to get the only assist officially. Adams gets the goal. Another even strength goal. They've had 7 of them. I guess one was a delayed call. But
something I meant to mention earlier. You've commented a couple times about plays with the blue line that look like they could have been in or out. These blue lines are really faded here.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you know, the officials want to call it right, but
they could use some retouching.
Fitzgibbons throwing his weight around. Hits Sean Wren at center ice. Nice play by Jeff DeMichaelis. DeMichaelis runs into Bruckner, and now Shaw joins for Xaverian, and Matthews joins for MC. DeMichaelis comes out of the fray with the puck. Back to Lawrence. A long wrister in, and a save by Dutra there off the stick of Will Lawrence. MC's not quitting. They're moving hard, and good forecheck there by DeMichaelis and Mitchell. Matthews. Tim Matthews. Number 11, and DeMichaelis able to get it back to Lawrence with a scoring chance, and a nice save by Dutra.
Well, you know, you get some of these, lower line guys that don't necessarily get to play as much. You can't blame them. They've got an opportunity to play. They want to get theirs.
Absolutely. corner now. The MC forecheckers can't come up with it. Now McLean at the line, a long slapper in, saved by Dutra just to his right. McLean with it again, this time winds it around the boards. Thomas Albert now will play it down to Sullivan. Sullivan turns and cycles with Albert. He's pinned there by Tufts. McLean intercepts left point. Now knocked out of the air by Sullivan. Tufts picks it up behind. He's hit by Sullivan there. Tufts works through. And Corey Goldstein now steals. Corey Goldstein loses. It's loose. Control finally by Farrell, who gives it to Sweeney. Sweeney 1-on-2, and his wrister is knocked right straight up in the air off the stick of John McLean and hits one of the metal crossing support beams here, and whistle goes, and this faceoff's going to come in the Malden Catholic end to the left of Brian Canada, the MC goaltender this period.
And at this point, over 2 games, we're approaching 80 minutes of play without Xaverian having scored a goal.
Xaverian's got a goal coming now. Pierkowski on the draw for the Hawks. They get it behind the net. This is Laporte. Laporte checked there by Wren, and now DeMichaelis intercepts and sends away Tim Matthews. Matthews over the line, long wrister, handcuffs Dutra, but he's able to make the save as DeMichaelis used number 11 McGlynn as a screen there. Good play by DeMichaelis and a good save by Dutra. Wren will take the draw now with Pierkowski, the center for Xaverian, number 21. Controlled by nobody, and Pierkowski tries to send it back to his defense pairing. Wren intercepts, can't get by Walsh. Good poke check there, and now Matthews throws an elbow into number 22, Tim Samos. Knocks him down, but the clearing pass up for DeMichaelis intercepted by Walsh, and it jumps into the MC bench area with 10:13 to go in period number 3, and the Lancers of Malden Catholic well in command at 7-0.
Yeah, just been very impressive in every facet of the game.
You know, we say the Catholic Conference is a tight conference, but today you got a 6-0 win, a 7-0 lead here, and Cathedral's not in the conference, but they beat one of the top teams in Rhode Island today, 5-0. So, I mean, these teams they're playing both ends. They're getting enough goals, and they're playing great defense and getting good, solid goaltending.
And maybe as the season is starting to shake its way out, you're starting to see some stratification, of what teams are at the very top, and then which teams are at that next level.
Witkowski, he's got 3 in the game already, and he almost tried to set up another one there. Harrington gloves it at center over to Lawrence, back to Harrington inside his line. He's got Collins heading up the middle, but he takes it himself, and Cook comes back and hits Harrington. They almost made a sandwich there. Bruckner and Cook almost made a Harrington sandwich there, but Xaverian controls, and now Jared Bernier's able to get it through center ice, and Lawrence rides him to the boards and rides him off the puck. Now Harrington up on the left wing to White. White kind of feels Tufts coming on him and dumps it into the zone. Fitzgibbons will send it over to Anthony Prada. Prada has it intercepted there, and now Beniers takes a run at 17, Thomas Albert. MC controls Brendan White now. White with a goal and an assist tonight. White able to cycle it down for Sullivan. For Albert. And now Sullivan runs into Fitzgibbons, intercepted by White. White high in the slot, sends one in deep. McLean follows up. A wicked wrister that's turned aside there by Dutra. MC with bodies open. White with a spinorama trying to get around Prada. And Prada's going to go off for a hold, I believe, here, as a great play by Brendan White. And Anthony Prada had been out there a long time, and he just kind of reached out. I think it's a hold. MC's going to go on the power play with 8:21 to go, and already a touchdown and an extra point ahead here.
And looking for more. And now we're definitely seeing some guys who don't normally get power play time, getting what's a rare opportunity for them.
Yeah, that's a good thing, obviously, for Coach McLean. Lawrence over to Harrington, 2 guys that do get out there. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence will find Wren halfway down. Back to Lawrence. He looks, sends it through. He swings and misses, and now Hardman gets it to center, takes a bump from Lawrence. And Hardman gets it in the zone, but Harrington tracks it down, and they've got 1:03 to go on man advantage time. Lawrence with the breakout pass from Harrington. Sean Wren headed to the net. Lawrence will take a wrister from over by the sideboards, and Dutra will glove that one calmly and hold on and create a face-off to his left with 55 seconds to go in the MC power play. 7:45 to go in the third period, and a 7-0 lead for the Lancers. So they send this line right back out from Malden Catholic. It'll be Albert in the middle with Sullivan on the right wing and White on the left wing. And off the face-off, controlled by Xaverian and sent the length of the ice by Shaw. Nice clear there to kill off more time on the penalty. McLean out there will send Thomas Albert up the left wing. Albert now checked by Bruckner there, but White able to recover for Malden Catholic. Jake Farrell out there on the penalty kill. McLean now fakes the slap shot, tries to lay it down deep to White, jumps over his stick. White follows behind, and Sullivan throws a check into Bruckner. Two players from each team behind the net, and Shaw are able to come out with it for the Hawks and send it the length of the ice with 15 to go now on the penalty. McLean up the left wing for Thomas Albert, slows down as Sweeney is checking him. Yannikopoulos, the defenseman, over the offensive blue line, and Farrell now sends it down. They wave off icing. I think that's a beneficial call there, but good for the game right now.
Yeah, well, I think at this point the refs are going to do what they can to just keep the game flow going.
Matthews now with Philippe. Philippe surprisingly out there at this point. Takes a wrister, but Walsh gets that big hockey stick in the way. Ryan Walsh, good defenseman, and rangy, and he played Matt Philippe a little bit to the outside there and then got his stick in the way, and nice play by Ryan Walsh.
I'm kind of surprised to see Philippe's line out here again in this situation. I mean, the last thing you would want to see is somebody take a run at him. You know, he gets clipped in the knee, something like that.
Yeah. Well, he's got Cam Walter went out. I heard that he got banged up his knee a bit, so Tim Matthews is out there on the left wing with Matt Philippe in the middle and Austin Goldstein on the right. This is Ryan Walsh trying to send his partner McGlynn up the other way, and McGlynn is hit over there by Lawrence. Nice play. Philippe back to pick up the puck and get it to Harrington, who'll swing it over to Lawrence. Quickly up to Goldstein, who's trying to tap it over to Philippe. Philippe will beat Walsh to the puck, although he takes an angle such that Walsh plays it. Goldstein now trying to get it away from Walsh. Philippe behind the net. Matt Philippe centering pass. He's got Beniers all over him. Nice play by Beniers there. You know, everybody keeps an extra eye on Matt Philippe up there, so, you know, he's good, but he's got to beat extra guys sometimes. And here's Walsh intercepting the play and skating through center ice. Ryan Walsh over the line, tees up a big slapper, but Lawrence able to get a stick on it and deflect it up into the netting behind goaltender Brian Canada with 5:39 to go, third period of play.
Yep, you know, Philippe showing his size and strength with Scott again there. As you said, he always gets plenty of extra attention, but it doesn't really seem like it bothers him or affects him all that much.
I think he expects it at this point. Shaw turns and fires it in. The Hawks have to clear. Yannikopoulos tracks it down for MC. Gets it by McQuaid up to DeMichaelis. DeMichaelis off the boards for Wren. Here's a 2-on-1 if they hurry for MC. Matthews down the left side. Nice play by Bruckner. As Matthews got a shot, it went in on net, but it was deflected slightly. Caroms back to McLean. McLean through the middle. Can't get it through McQuaid there. I'm sorry, Andrew Durkin, number 4. Durkin picks it up, banks it off the left wing boards, looking for McInerney. Stopped by Yannikopoulos at the point. Yannikopoulos threw a screen, gloved by Dutra, the goaltender. Nicely, saw that one all the way.
Well, we're under 5 minutes left at this point. I'm sure at this point Xaverian and what's called they players, the coaching staff are looking to just get through the remainder of this without too much damage. You know, they can get back and kind of reevaluate, reassess, and figure out how they're going to move forward and put this one behind them.
Yeah, and that's it does. You know, the one slight silver lining is that they get guys out there to play, and you know, guys that wouldn't normally play in a game like this or get a lot of ice time are able to play a lot in this period, like Pierkowski's line right here with Simoes and Laporte. And likewise for MC, they're getting some ice time for a lot of guys as well. Just checking the taking a peek. Should be waiting for the, we'll keep describing the play here as Laporte skates out, and he takes a hit from Corey Goldstein on the back check. Yannikopoulos now forced by Samos backwards, and Laporte tries to pick it up, and MC able to clear. Sullivan can't find Albert in the middle. It comes back to the defense pairing for MC. It comes over to Prada, out there with Tufts now. 23, Anthony Prada, usually on the left side, playing the right side here, paired up with Tufts. They get it up to Laporte. Laporte, number 20, trying to get in the middle, trying to find Samos on the right wing, and misses connection, and icing will be called with 3:59 to go, third period of play, and a 7-0 Malden Catholic lead. For MC after this, they've got a game Wednesday night at Catholic Memorial. That'll be at the Badgeco rink in Hyde Park, and then a big date with BC High. Well, they're both big dates. They get BC High in Malden next Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. That'll be a big one. That's last year. BC High came into that game undefeated, and MC was able to put the first loss on BC's card in a Saturday afternoon game at Malden last year. The Xaverian here, they get a little break. They go to Chelmsford. I think it's Monday night. Not that Chelmsford's a bad team. Chelmsford's a good team, but it's a break from the Catholic Conference. And then they've got St. John's Prep at St. John's Prep on Tuesday night. They've got back-to-back games, Monday and Tuesday. So they're going to play 3 games over the course of 4 days. Xaverian, and
that's
coming off back-to-back losses to CM and Malden Catholic. They'll get a break from the league action at Chelmsford Monday at 5:50 p.m. and then they go to St. John's Prep Tuesday night. And then next Saturday, they're at Brockton, another out-of-league game. And then they've got BC High on the 28th and CM on the 31st, both road games to finish off the league portion of their schedule. So it doesn't get a lot easier for Xaverian, but, you know, that's why you play in this league.
I was just about to say, Catholic Conference teams, you're never going to find too many soft spots in any of those schedules.
No,
that's just not the way it is, and that's part of the reason why you go and play for one of these teams to begin with, to be challenged constantly.
Witkowski now out there with Collins and DeMichaelis as Fitzgibbons trying to make something happen and get one on the board for Xaverian. Lawrence can't bang it by 3 bodies, and Justin Collins back takes a hit from number 8 Hardman, kept in at the zone by Bruckner. Long shot in, steered wide by Kanata, and now DeMichaelis runs into Shaw over there, and Fitzgibbons is going to go because he just knocked down Will Lawrence, and they're going to get an extra man out. Brian Kanata is called to the bench, and Witkowski now trying to stick handle by Bruckner, takes a slash, and something Jake doesn't really need is another lumber to the ankles at this point tonight, but a good rush there as the delayed call was coming, and I think it's Fitzgibbons gets a penalty, and that doesn't surprise us, Andrew, tonight. He's played a very physical game. But
no, it doesn't.
It's going to come at 12:30 of the third period. Fitzgibbons for, I think it's interference, but
he's been throwing his body around kind of recklessly over the last couple of
he's a good athlete, rugged kid, and a good hockey player. But tonight he's kind of played a little bit out of control, but he gets called for a penalty near the end of the game. Centering pass for Albert. Albert can't get it by a good check by Prada, and Prater is tripped up in there by Sullivan. Play continues. Nice stick handle by Albert. Back to McLean. A long slap shot in and a goal.
That's a goal.
I think it's off Tom Sullivan. A power play goal for MC at 12:55 of the third. We'll see how they announce it, but I'm pretty sure Sullivan tipped it. McLean will get another assist, and I think Albert gave the puck to McLean, so we'll call it Sullivan for McLean and Albert, and it's 8-0 Malden Catholic. And Lawrence and Harrington jump over the boards. You're just not that deep in defenseman. You got to keep playing the same guys. And Matthews at center now with White and DeMichaelis. Xaverian able to knock it in deep. Cook. They give Fitzgibbons roughing over there on the previous call, and that created the power play. His Beniers, Jared Beniers, trying to get it towards the net. He takes a hit up high from Matthews on the backboards. They send DeMichaelis away, 2-on-2. DeMichaelis with White. Shot saved by Dutra, they follow up, and Dutra able to cover up the rebound as Cook comes back and introduces himself to DeMichaelis. I mean,
well, and you also got to give Malden Catholic, credit, even, being well up here. I mean, they're still hustling, they're still trying, they're not playing out the string.
Sure. I mean, these kids want more ice time. They want to show the coach what they can do,
and you got to keep your competitiveness level up.
Xaverian trying to break out. This is Laporte, forechecked over there by DeMichaelis, and now finally Pierkowski able to get it up to Somos. He'll send it in. Brian Canada knocks it wide into the corner. DeMichaelis back on the boards. He's shoved down from behind, and there's going to be another penalty call here. And there's a 2-on-1. It's another Xaverian penalty as Lawrence in deep trying to hit White, and it's going to be Pierkowski for, I think, holding. He and DeMichaelis tumbled down, but it's going to come at 13:57.
I got to tell you, if they wanted to, they got to call the second one too, because number 23 there, Anthony Prada, just took a two-hander at somebody at the end of that play there, like he wanted to be on Axemen.
I just hate to see this happen at the end of a game. But
I mean, it's the type of thing, as somebody once said, by way of explanation but not excuse. You can understand the frustration without excusing the behavior at the same time.
Centering pass, what a save by Dutra. It'd be 9-0. So Pierkowski gets a roughing call. Number 21 at 13:57, and MC nearly had another one there. Great save by Dutra, down low off the pads and the forecheck, and they're still pressuring here with 30 seconds to go. Lawrence over to Yannikopoulos. He'll walk in through a screen. Nice save by Dutra down low. Cameron Dutra, the sophomore, getting some real good playing time here. Now Wren in the corner, 18 seconds to go. Wren back to Lawrence. Lawrence over to Yannikopoulos. Yannikopoulos shot off the shaft of Hardman's stick, and it's tied up on the back of the net by Dutra with 9.7 to go in the hockey game. This is one of those that in the youth hockey game the clock would have been running a while ago, and just everybody get out of here with their heads. And it doesn't mean Xaverian's 8 goals worse than MC by any means, but
no.
Off the draw. Again, MC will end the game on a power play. Lawrence will backtrack into his own zone and just try to get it away from number 2, Sam Scanlon. He bounced it off the boards, and the buzzer goes, ending this one mercifully for the Hawks and triumphantly for the Lancers, who come south of Boston and make a statement tonight. They put 8 goals in the net, and they shut out Xaverian for the second time this year. And now in their 5 Catholic Conference games, they've allowed 2 goals, and those came in 1 game.
And they have 4 shutouts in 8 games.
Unbelievable. So MC goes to 8-0-0. Xaverian will drop to 8-3, and again, Xaverian, a top 10 team, and they're going to be in the hunt for one of those Super 8 berths. So we may see these 2 clubs match up again at some point later on in the season. Again, some of these guys know each other. I know Tim Sweeney played on a team with Matt Philippe, and those guys know each other. And it's one of those nights. MC was on, and Xaverian had a little trouble out of the gate, and that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, I'll tell you though. Sometimes you see the Patriots win a game by 30 points, and then Belichick in the press conference afterwards still talking about all the things that they still have to work on. Coach McLean obviously has very high expectations, and I'm sure there are things in this game that he feels that Malden Catholic still needs to work on. What they are, I don't know. Yeah. Because I got to say, that performance in all 3 zones was about as impressive as they could have been. They played as close to a perfect game as I think anybody could have expected them to do, and it was against what is legitimately another excellent team.
Yep.
And they made that excellent team look like they didn't belong on the same ice with them tonight, and that just is impressive beyond words to me.
Yeah, a real strong effort, and Coach McLean will probably have some kind things to say about his club tonight, which he didn't the other night, but it's a good effort.
I would hope so.
It's a good effort by MC. As we said, next up for Xaverian is Chelmsford. Monday night and St. John's Prep. Tuesday night, Malden Catholic. Wednesday we'll go to Catholic Memorial, and then they will host BC High next Saturday. So another busy week for these clubs in the Catholic Conference. And you know, tonight it was just it was all MC. The scoring in the third period, Jack Adams at 2:35 from Brendan White, another even strength goal, and then the only real power play goal of the night didn't come till very late, 12:55. Tom Sullivan, could be his first varsity goal, we don't know, but getting more playing time. He gets a goal with an assist to John McLean and Tom Albert. So congrats to those guys for hitting the score sheet. That made it 8-0. That concluded the scoring. That was at 12:55 of the third power play goal. And again, a lot of penalties in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 penalties for Xaverian. There's 8 on my sheet, and the one I missed was the delayed call. And MC, you know, they weren't out of the box all night either. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 themselves. So 15 minors, you know, not a real pretty game at some points, but boy, some pretty offensive hockey and defensive hockey from Malden Catholic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They are, you know, they are 8-0, and they've played like a team who deserves to be 8-0.
Yeah. Cam Dutra got some quality playing time for Xaverian, played the second and third period, and even though they got 4 by him, he made some great stops over the last 30 minutes of the game. And for Malden Catholic, a combined shutout, Kyle Casey with the first 2 periods, and they gave freshman Brian Canada some playing time. He played the third period and kept Xaverian off the board as well, so congrats to those guys for getting more playing time. And you know, you never know when you're going to need those guys, and it's always good to get them some real playing time. And even though this one may be out of reach for Xaverian, Coach Finale probably found out some things about some of his players.
Yeah, probably so. Unfortunately, one of the other things he's found out is his team just does not match up terribly well against this Malden Catholic team, and if they're going to have to run into them again, you know, in the Super 8, you know, at the end of the year with you know, elimination on the line, it's going to really be hard to go in with confidence against a team you've now played 90 minutes against and you haven't scored a goal.
Yeah, you got to work on that one. So we want to thank iSlides.com once again, Sullivan Tire, and the book 16 by Dr. Peter Drennan, all very loyal sponsors. And as a matter of fact, between periods, we talked to some people. We may be picking up another sponsor too. Mark Igo will be happy to hear that. And especially in the Malden Catholic games, we thank the Friends of Malden Catholic Hockey, who have been very good supporters of MyHockeyLive, and we appreciate their support. Malden Catholic is a Xaverian Brothers sponsored school and educating young men for a long, long time, and we thank them for their support. Pat Serio, great job as always. Thanks for being here and running the show. Andrew Greenberg, always a pleasure. And I think MC's going to send a limo because every time you go to a game, they win. But great job tonight, and we appreciate you all watching on MyHockeyLive.com, and look forward to seeing you hopefully Monday. Stay tuned to the website. We'll have some announcements about some coverage on Monday, and then, of course, later in the week as well. For MyHockeyLive, for Pat Serio and Andrew Greenberg and Mark Igo, I'm Paul McNamara. Thanks for watching, everyone. The final score, once again, Malden Catholic 8, Xaverian nothing. Good night, everyone.
Good night.